Asante sana, asante. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us for another classic episode of the Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Dr. Kingori. We have a great show lined up for you. Before I even get into the wonderful topic we have landed on, Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen was this week summoned by the courts over delay in construction of toilets on Kenyan highways. Can you imagine that? Yes, and that's real and it's serious. Like, serikali nataka ku-upgrade from Vichaka, like... I wonder how come the opposition has not complained na stories that, oh, the government has declared war on organic fertilizer. Kama kawaida. But on a serious note, apparently, there was a directive to install public toilets on all Kenyan highways from like 3 years ago. And I'm sure kuna jamaa tu mahali anasikia story ya kujenga choo kwa barabara. Ako like, ai, kwani potholes ukuwa za nini? And this is a very noble initiative, if you ask me. This will level the playing field because this shows ikisha jengwa, all Kenyans will have a level playing field na an opportunity ya kuendesha kwa highway. And the government is very serious about the implementation of the project and the concept. And the ministry has been ordered to create a multi-agency team to make this happen. With the representative from the Council of Governors, the Kenya Urban Roads Authority, KENHA. Kwanza KENHA wazungu wanasemanga KENHA. I don't think they have come up with a name for the authority that will manage the toilets. I suspect they will go with KUNIHA. And I support the idea and the creativity that comes with the concept. Now, after years of complaints of bad roads, if they come with a toilet, at least Kenyans can be relieved. Barabara mbaya lakini choo iko. Yes. Sasa shida ya kukuwa na choo kwa barabara ni kuconvince makanga watoke kwa shimo kama ijaja. In other news, comedian Eric Omondi was this week arrested with a mkokoteni full of CVs heading to State House. Eric has had very good and meaningful wananchi-centered initiative, but for the first time, I understand why he was arrested. Sometimes you just need to read the situation. Kama for example, with the recent appointment ya CAS, it should be obvious that State House watu waandikwe job juu ya CV. Now, hapo kwa CAS kwanza, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, aka Riggy G, brought the house down with this statement while introducing the newly appointed CAS Honorable Millicent Omanga at an event.
Mtoto huyu Millicent Omanga, na hapa ndio nyumbani, alichangia kiasi kikubwa ushindi wa rais wetu katika Nairobi. Na ni msichana ambaye ni mfanyikazi. Alikuwa anatembea usiku na mchana. Hata kama alituhangaisha kidogo kumpandisha juu ya gari na kumtoa na ni sawa. Alitusaidia.
Hakuna kinanibamba kama vile Millicent Omanga aliblash akiitwa mtoto na Riggy G. I think the word Riggy G was going for ni mtoto. Now, depending on how you look at it, that statement just shows vile serikali imengangana kusukuma bottom up. And after that statement by Riggy G, ndio nili understand what was going on this day when the president said this on the campaign trail.
Tuanze hapa chini, hapa bottom, alafu tuende up, bottom alafu up, yani bottom up.
Ukiangalia video vizuri, mahali president amesimama akisema bottom, Riggy G alikuwa kwa hiyo gari nyingine akisukuma alapeleka up. Manze. Thank you. Alafu kuna haters wanasema ati Honorable Millicent Omanga is not qualified to hold the CS position in the Ministry of Interior. Mnasahau before politics, Mama Miradi alikuwa anauza curtains and bed sheets. You cannot separate curtains from interior design. Anyway, thank you. In other news, once again, another county from Mount Kenya is in the news juu ya kukata miti.
The NTV team arrived at the Northlands farm along the Eastern Bypass just after 1 p.m. Monday to find a group of young men walking and engaging with each other inside this private property. Some cut down trees and carried away the logs.
Watu wa hapo wakate miti! Wakate miti! Wakate miti!
While others cut into pieces black wire cables, others carried farm animals from the property. The unknown individuals ferried the sheep using motorcycles, while others carried them on their shoulders as they hurriedly left the premises.
Now, this happened this past Monday, where a farm on Thika Road linked to the family of former President Uhuru Kenyatta was invaded and later set on fire. And police have been criticized for their slow response to the invasion, but in fact, all manner of explanations have been given, and it's very hard to lay blame. Lakini mimi kitu inanikasirisha ni how this incident exposes Kenyan institution for acquiring resources they never use. It took the police 24 hours to respond to the reports of an invasion pale Northlands. Now, to this, the Inspector General, Japheth Koome, said that they acted swiftly. Keep in mind, Northlands is less than 20 minutes from the Nairobi CBD. Now, this is where under usage of resources come in. How does it take the police 24 hours to arrive there, yet they recently acquired the fastest man in Africa? We have a police officer who can run 100 meters in under 10 seconds. Hata kama angekuwa Kibera, mkubwa wake amwambie, nasikia kuna kitu hapo Northlands, kimbia uangalie ni nini ukuje utuambie. Under usage of resources. Now, if you ask me, I think, Basi, the government, when the government talks of delivering something in 6 months, they can do it in 1 month, but they choose to do it 7 years later. Because we allow it. And social media was awash with images of people looting President Uhuru's pets. Mapicha za watu wakibeba kondoo zilikuwa kila mahali. Mpaka unajiuliza, hawa watu wanaiba nyama, wanaenda kuikula na nini? Because ndio the same people wanasema hawawezi afford hata unga. Yes, alafu watu walikuwa wanauliza, kwani hiyo shamba iko na wanyama wengine, ni kondoo peke yake? But the explanation is very simple. Wase wanasema walikuwa wanaiba kondoo juu wako na beef. Now, thank you. Elsewhere, a 17-year-old boy has been arrested in Gilgil for stealing an aeroplane. Akairide kidogo, alafu akaanguka nayo kwa fence. He was basically arrested for having a crash. Now, but then again, who are we to judge this boy juu ya kujiamini kuendesha kitu hajui, and we are all guilty of putting fellow Kenyans in the same position once every 5 years in the name of elections. Kupatia watu kazi ya kuendesha vitu hawajui. Exactly. Like I said, we have a great show lined up for you. Nilisema leo kwanza tuko na show moto sana tukianza. Now, one of our guests for this episode used to star in one of the most popular dramas in Kenyan television in the early 2000s. Coincidentally, the show used to air on NTV. Ilikuwa inaitwa Wingu la Moto. Our other guest is her daughter, who also happened to be a TV star. Exactly. Who also happens to be a TV star. Now, we have not invited them on the show kuongelea ustar yao. Nope. They are here because they have a very special story that I believe in the world of today very many families can relate to. This is a story of a mother preparing her daughter for her industry, same industry, your entertainment, mnaijua, and the experience of meeting her father as an adult, among other interesting vibes. Let's hear it. In fact, ebu tuwapatie celebration and deserve because they are familiar faces. Let's hear it for Esther Makena Kahuha. Asante. Good vibes. Good vibes. Makena has joined her mom in the entertainment industry a few years ago, and from the relationship najua we have created on this show, I invite you to trust me when I tell you that the topic ya leo itakuwa very interesting. Situkutane on the other end of this short commercial break. Yo, welcome back to the weekend edition. I'm your host, Dr. Kingori. Karibuni sana vile nimwambia show ya leo. You'll really enjoy this conversation. We have in studio 2 TV stars, and moja aliacha TV akabaki theater for the most part, but her daughter has joined her in the industry close to 20 years later. Na sai they are doing big things. I can't wait to get into this conversation. Esther Kahuha and Cindy Kahuha are in the house. Asante. Umeikuwa na job ya kuprotect Cindy from kukatiwa na wase wa industry.
No. Actually, let me say this. My life has been easy with Cindy in the industry because we started with her when she was young.
Yeah.
She was 6 years old. So now everybody that, and then she's worked, all these years she's worked in the industry. Yes. So the guys that were acting with me already know her. They were protecting her.
Kwa screen, the people who call the shots would treat Cindy kama pet.
Let me tell you, it's so annoying. Huyu mama aliniharibia. So now, like she said, when we started acting with her, I was 6. So the people around there were tu kama mtoto. Nikienda heartstrings, she was like, na muniangalilie huyu mtoto, nichungeni huyu mtoto asifanywe vile watoto wengine wanatokanga shule anafanywa. So sasa nimejipata a point where I'm grown. I want to live my life and to have fun. Sasa mnajipata maybe you're done with a production and you guys are going out and you just want to be like any other adult. Uko hivi kidogo, kai wewe, usikunywe hivyo, umekunywa maji, we, unaenda nyumbani za watu.
Wasi wenye wamekuwatch ukigrow.
Or even the ones who just worked with my mom kidogo too.
You want to be a sinner unlimited.
I want to be a individual, like nataka kwa private entity.
You met your dad, aliku-offer kukufanyia anything you wanted on your birthday, but you didn't care.
Yeah.
Did the sacrifices your mom made ukigrow affect your loyalty towards side ya mzai wako?
So I first met my dad when I was 9. Actually, tulikuwa tukishoot Wingula Moto, and we were going to Coast. We were shooting in Coast, and that's where my dad stayed for the better part of his life. So one day, tuko na dinner mwende, my mom had gone to, he had a hotel huko, so she had gone kwa hiyo hoteli, and then nilikuwa nimebaki kwa ile hotel yenye tulikuwa tunakaa na dinner. So dinner is getting me ready, ananivalisha nguo nini. Nikamza dinner, tunaenda wapi? Akanambia kuona baba yako. Sijawahi sikia kitu kama hiyo kwa beta.
Up to 9 years, haukuwa umeisikia?
Yeah, I'd never heard of it. I don't know. I kwa kitu, it wasn't a thing. And like she said, I grew up around a lot of love because I had my grandparents. To date, I call my grandparents mom and dad. So my guka was my dad through and through. I had my uncle who was there. So I don't think, for me, I'm lucky. Even if I grew up with a single parent, I didn't feel like there was a gap mahali. So it was never an issue of you don't have a dad or your dad is somewhere. It was never there. So nilishtuka, nilinyamaza till mali tulifika. And then I saw my mom coming with this tall guy and I was like, inaweza kuwa ni huyu.
Oh, una guess.
Yeah, so he came. Akaniambia hi, and then my mom was like, yeah, ndo babako.
Aya.
Yeah, that was the intro I got. So we hung out till ile time tulitoka Coast kushoot, and then I came back to Nairobi. We used to speak on the phone, but it wasn't quite frequent. It wasn't consistent.
Yes.
Till I think when I got to high school. When I was in Form 2, now we started consistently talking on the phone. Then we used to go to the same church, so I used to see him on Sundays. Imagine.
No. Wait. Up until 9,
Yeah.
Bado you used to go to the same church?
No. I used to go to another church in Kangemi. So then we moved to a church in Westlands.
Oh, that's when you went into your father's house.
Yeah. Yes. So
Actually, she was 17. You're going to turn 18 when you met your father again, right?
yes, I was 17.
Yeah, and
From 9 years, ukamit tena akiwa 17.
When I was 17.
Hiyo ingine ilikuwa kwa simu.
Ilikuwa kwa simu, but it wasn't quite frequent, so I can't say there was a relationship or anything. One thing I really love about my mom is whenever my dad showed up, she was never those ones for hapana, hutafanya, hutamuona. But my mom really kept me ready. She was like, do you want to have a relationship with your dad? Yes. And she was like, it could go either way. He could be here and he could stay forever, or he could come and then disappear. So wewe ndo uta decide kitu unataka. And she was like, but it's your dad. I feel like you should try. If it fails, at least you tried. So vile tu amekwambia, I don't want to say disinterested, but borderline disinterested. Nilikuwa tu, inakaa kwa job mingi kwanza kujua mtu, nikisha kwa mtu mzima, but I actually did. And as I started talking to him, then he gets to spoil me. I think I'm going to different.
Oh, your dad was your mubaba.
Yeah.
When it comes to yeye mzai wake kushow up, how did you manage ku rise above bitterness ya the things that ulikuwa umefanya peke yako na kumwallow kukuja kwa life ya mtoi anytime anajisikia?
By the time alikuwa anakuja, of course nilikuwa nimejam. So tulianza kuongea, but nilichukua one day ya kukaa chini. Kaa chini, nimuite. Kaa chini, ni rant. Nikwambie zile vitu zote haukuwa. He gave me that. At least he gave me that.
Akanyamaza ukamsomea for one day.
Ni tulikuwa tumepeleka Cindy shule.
Yes.
Alikuwa nasoma
Gilgil by then, yeah.
So nilirant kutoka Gilgil mpaka Kangemi.
That day wakirudisha shule.
Unasikia hii kelele yote?
First of all, they were not talking. So my dad is like, I'm coming to pick you and your mom. Nikaambia mamangu, haya mimi nimechoka, nikifika kwa gari na ikatu earphones nilala, akaniambia wewe mtaongea na huyo mzee, mtaongea hata kama ni weather. Mtaongea hata kama ni weather. Mnataka mimi nikae tumenyamaziana naye kutoka hapa mpaka Gilgil. Imagine sasa
nyinyi ndio mnapiga story but yeye amenyamaza.
Yeye nyamaze, anataka mimi na baba yangu tuongee ndio wasi have kuongea.
Ndio wasi have kuongea. But then akisha show up hiyo time, si ndio? Does Cindy know his side of the story na your side of the story, ama yeye ni mtoi anafaa grow? And then pia unaweza tuambia mtoi Cindy amekuwa kwa TV from when she was 6 years old. Yes. As a parent, how do you punish a celebrity?
So which one do I start with?
Kuchapa celeb.
I'm a strict mother. I'm a strict mother. She knows that. She wouldn't be who she is if I wasn't strict. I've raised her in the industry. Nikatoto kataenda shule kakuje kameambiwa unaona kwa TV na everybody at 6 years. You're in class 1, right?
Yeah, 1.
Then akuja avunje sahani ya mamangu, amame nitalipa, ninalipangwa. Hey! Ni umchape umuulize pesa gani. In fact, the first thing nazingiangi kwa account yako, so unajua uko na pesa gani wewe?
No, actually, I used to be paid in my account, but she used to have a control of it till I was 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Na ulipata pesa yako vile ilikuwa?
Niwaambie.
Wewe. Hiyo ni part interesting. Tuambie. Ulipewa explanation gani ya pesa yako?
Nilikuwa naona kila mali where it's going.
You got to meet your dad like ile vizuri 17, 18.
Yeah.
But not long after that, you lost him.
Yeah.
How close were you by then?
And I feel like, let me say this first. Before I met my dad, I didn't feel the need to have a dad because I didn't know, you know, sometimes you can't miss what you don't have, but for other people in the situations and the circumstances that they're brought up in, they definitely feel that absence. But for me, it wasn't ever there. But let me tell you, when I got to meet my dad, I was so glad that I did, and I was so glad that my mom encouraged me.
One thing I had decided in my life is I'll never tell them. I'll never tell Cindy ubaya wa baba yake. Kwa sababu ubaya wa baba yake ni mimi najua. You know, me and the father had a difference, and I'm the only one who knows it. So I can tell my friends, but I won't tell Cindy. There's Zambia friends wangu, you know, he did this and this and this, but I won't tell her.
Why?
Because there's one thing I realized, and even when he came back, we decided that issues zetu ni zetu, because Cindy is my relative, yeah, because she's my daughter. The father is not my relative, but guess what? Ni relative wa Cindy. You know, those two are relatives. The father is just me and the father are just me and the father, right?
You are strangers.
We are co-creators. Yeah. We actually used to call each other that, co-creators, because we created this one. We created this one, right? So we are co-creators.
Co-creators, twende na manufacturer.
We created this one, so he was my co-creator. And he's not my relative, but Cindy is the relative, right? So, wezi kosanisha relative, ushajaribu kukosanisha relatives? Or a mother and a daughter, no. Or a mother and a father. Na wakisikizana, mimi ndio nitabaki katikati.
Yes.
Unaona? Because they have akona blood yake. So mimi siwezi jaribu kuingilia katikati ya relatives. Now you guys deal. Akikuja niambia ubaya babake, no, you guys deal. I had told you this, expect this and this, you know. but you guys deal. Akikuja, I mean, it's as simple as that. So when the father came, hakuwa na issues that you did this to my mom, you did this to my mom.
Yeah.
Hakuwa, you do not
so,
know.
Kama ni beef, wa create beef yao
Yeah,
from
peke yao,
Sawa, co-parenting. Inaitwaje, you can't, wewe haukuwa na hiyo experience sana, cause alikuwa na show up once in a while. Right?
He didn't help. He just showed up. Ni kuongea tu kwa simu. He didn't help at all.
No, he did. He paid my fees.
When in university now.
Even in high school.
Once.
No.
Hey, Cindy, nakwambia ni once. Anakuekelea.
Mimi ndo nilikuwa natumiwa hiyo pesa.
Cindy, let me tell you, like for sure, Cindy, let's not even go there. Na ni hiyo time amefukuzwa ni hiyo time akimaliza shule actually. Ni hiyo form 4 yeah. Hiyo form 4 ndio after the birthday now. After the birthday he said I will help. After to meet after the birthday. You hear? Hapo ndio alisema now I will help you guys. Akambia mamangu na mimi I will help you guys. But kutoka standard 1 mpaka mtu yeye amefika form 4 ndio umekuja kutupatia kucooperate.
Auoni ni kama hapo unaambia Cindy ubaya wa baba yake?
Hapana. Ajue kabisa we struggled, me and my family.
Achana baba.
Ajue tu struggled, me and my family.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Sawa. Do you feel like there's something you missed now that you came to know him?
Yes, actually, especially when he passed, I wished that I had met him a bit earlier, but I don't think hata kuko na regrets for me on my side.
Yes.
Unajua na act ni kama nilikuwa naenda public school. I was in St. Elizabeth either way. Hata akisema totally struggle. We struggled when I was in the best schools. I went to Akuna camp niliwahi miss. I never missed what's it called, trips. I did quite a lot. So okay, maybe wao waliumia, but me I was having a good time. The better part of my life, I was having the time of my life.
Manzi.
And nilikuwa najibamba. And I did wish that I had met him earlier.
Yes.
And the beginning of our relationship was a bit of a struggle.
Yes.
Kwa sababu he doesn't know me, I don't know him. Huyo amekwambia me, I'm just blunt, I'll tell you as it is. So he was like, naka kasichana kanaongea. And yogopi huyu, because especially my other siblings, my other many siblings.
Wow.
My other many siblings, I don't think they have that relationship that I had with my dad.
Okay.
Which also kind of balances because they've known him longer.
Okay.
But I feel like me and him are so close and so free. And I feel like mimi kitu naeza ambia watu, especially people who are raising children
in a single parent setting
on their own, especially mothers, even fathers, let me just say, because kuzi hadi kuko na single fathers wengi. I don't think it's fair for a parent to keep their child from the other parent unless that parent is
harmful to the kid.
Yes, unless they're posing a danger to the kid, unless they're sick, they're abusive, hizo vitu. I don't think it's fair. Vile mama yangu amesema, what her and my dad went through, it has nothing to do with me. And honestly, hata sijiuliza mamangu because I really don't care. I nihusu. Okay. I just wanted to know my dad, and I feel like everyone, as much as I have my mom and I love my mom so much, my mom is like my sister. Hakuna kitu simwambiangi.
Yes.
Zingine wana ni force, but namwambia tu bado. But as much as my mom is my mom can never be my dad. My mom can never show me the love that my dad showed me. My mom can never do, hata angepatiwa zile pesa zote babangu alikuwa nazo, she can never do what my dad did for me. Only my dad could do what he did for me. And even if my mom remarried and got someone else, it would never be the same. You can never be the father to your child if you're the mom. You can never be the mom to your child if you're the dad. And I feel like it's very unfair. It's very selfish. It's borderline stupid. and it should not be allowed. Si kitu mzuri unafanya huyu mtoto. You see, sometimes that is why unasikia watu kusema huyu dem anakuanga na daddy issues, huyu dem anakuanga na hivi. You want your child to be strong, you want your child to not asidanganywe hivi hivi na wanaume, asikue mtu ataumizwa, mtu mwenye haezi fikiria vizuri, haezi fikiria straight, anapatiwa the bare minimum, but oh my god, you are a man, anakimbia hapo. You can't protect your child from these things if you're keeping the dad away from this child.
Hiyo ni St. Elizabeth. Mmesikia St. Elizabeth ikiongea? Coincidentally mmekuwa heartstrings at different times.
Yeah.
Fun fact, mimi na Esther Kahuha tulifanya stand-up show in 2013. Mimi, wewe na Paul Wakemani.
Yeah.
Heartstrings, have done a lot of plays. The Heartstrings, sasa mko na play ina come through.
This weekend.
This weekend.
Yes.
Go
Bridegroom.
watch Esther Kahuha live pale Heartstrings, ndio?
Bridegroom for sale.
Bridegroom for sale.
Yes.
Very good vibes.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Na mjai act naye kwa stage?
No, we've never acted.
Na sasa nilikuwa na hope tutaingia kwa story ya theater, just theater sana ndio kuna nyama kabisa. I was really hoping we could talk about your other siblings. Hii inafaa ikuwe na part 2, si ndio? Wapi makofi yao mazee? That's it for the weekend edition. See you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.